Greetings and welcome. My name is Jake Rayston. I'm a wildlife food forest garden designer. I'm going to keep my wonky straw hat on because it's bloody hot here. Really sunny and warm. So I am looking at growing potato onions today. That's my thing. I'm planting out some potato onions. These are onions about that big, like small onions. Basically they're shallots. I think, yeah, I'm not terribly sure, Allium cepa, I don't know how you pronounce it, but they behave like shallots, but they're kind of slightly bigger. They're multiplier onions, they kind of multiply the bulbs. And yeah, I've bought them from Alison Tyndale at Backyard Larder. I'll put a link in the show notes. And yeah, they're great. I haven't really kind of had much of a crop to eat from. I planted out everything that I grew last year. I planted them first time last year, but just to get enough to harvest this year. So what I'm actually doing, I'm trying to, they're very kind of specific beds for the different veg that I'm growing. I'm really concentrating on perennial veg this year as well, so this is kind of exciting. And I'm using like it was supposed to be bark in there and then wood chip on the paths, but it really doesn't really matter. It's all kind of merging into one. These are the old annual vegetable beds, and what I'm doing is I'm kind of growing a ground cover basically. So here I've put in, it's doing okay. This is Taiwanese Bramble, which is Rubus hayata koizui, I think it is. I'll again put a link in. And these are the onions coming up, and I've potted on a whole load of bulbs from last year, so I'll plant these out. But first of all I'm clearing stuff, and I'm not just kind of clearing it willy-nilly. Some of the stuff I'm leaving, some of the stuff is like dandelions. I'll clear them out of the bed, but the dandelion I'm not getting rid, because dandelions are absolutely everywhere, and it'll take a while. You know, there will be dandelions come back up, and it'll take a year or so for these for the Taiwanese Bramble to cover. But when it does cover, what you get is a really thick thick ground cover. So a good example, yeah, down here, I mean in amongst everything else, but you can see, you know, dandelions and creeping buttercup, but there it is. And this is elephant garlic. Elephant garlic's doing fine, absolutely fine, growing up through it. You can see more down there, so it works. Works a treat. And then here, well, I'll just tell you whilst I'm here, this is Perennial Leek. I didn't eat any, started growing them last year, didn't really look after them, but I've kind of separated them. They divide, and then you kind of plant out the smaller ones, eat the bigger ones. But I'll just I'll do the same thing here. I think that's wild garlic, which I planted out as bulbils or something. And then what I am going to be doing, the top end was Jerusalem artichoke, so I need to kind of cut back any Jerusalem artichoke growth, and I'm putting in Welsh onion, which you can see. So this is the perennial, let me get a good shot of it. This is the perennial leek, so it's doing this. This will be ready to harvest, you know, this winter or whenever, once it's finished dividing. And then this is Welsh onion, that's Allium fistulosum. So yeah, I think that is elephant garlic. Oh, I'll move later. But I've got some more Welsh onion. Again, Welsh onion, you can see there, it divides. So I'll plant some Welsh onion at the top. Yeah, move them around a little bit. And then there's Nepalese Raspberry in here, which you can hardly tell because I think it's all died. Nepalese Raspberry, some of the evergreen stuff can be a bit tricky to get established. Oh, there it is. Yeah, and again, it's going to take a while for it to get established, but just keep on at it and just move out the goosegrass and the creeping buttercup. And I will move the other stuff to other places. So I've got some daisy, Bellis perennis, really nice big clump. I'm going to take that for a client's garden because I've created a tapestry lawn, and that'll go well there. And I've got again some, I think it's Germander Speedwell. I really need to find out how to tell the difference. This is Germander Speedwell, which is a good ground cover. And I'll dig that up and pot it on and move it into the tapestry lawn. There you go. I hope that's useful. Potato onions in one bed with a Taiwanese Bramble ground cover, leeks in another bed with a Nepalese Raspberry leeks, perennial leeks, and Welsh onions, and then elephant garlic on the far bed. And yeah, all with a kind of ground cover, kind of half and half, foresty garden, veg garden. It's yeah, it's kind of just trying it out really, all of an experiment. Okay, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Apparently. Cheers.